What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I'll be doing a live trading session, live analysis and live discussion that we are doing every Monday to Friday. So as you can see, this is the third day of trading week and the market now after a consolidation, as you can see on gold as discussed, just up and down. Now slowly the market is trying to break out. Now, as I mentioned earlier, when there is a very longer consolidation, the breakout becomes stronger. We see that gold is still in consolidation phase, and as you can see, there is a news coming up also later today. We could find significant trading opportunity in the upcoming time. So before I begin, make sure guys you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So I will be looking at some of the instrument that currently showing movement. Gold a little bit in a sideway. So let's see in that sideway market where we can find trading opportunity. Sideway on the lower time frame, and we could see a bit movement on the 5 minutes and 15 minutes. Now I'll be first looking at the daily chart on gold. Now from the daily, we saw that previous day there was a doji has been formed. Now this doji is quite significant to look at to see where in fact the market might be heading to. Okay, so if you closely look at this market on gold, what we see that with this daily impulse to the upside, previous day there is a doji. Now this doji, if you closely look at, you can see there is a long wick at the bottom and also there is a long wick at the top on the daily. And I think that now gold might be breaking this low to the downside to create a new lower low. The reason is, if you closely look at this market from the daily, we see that there was a massive move on the daily. There's a massive drop followed by this correction to the upside on gold. Now with that drop and the correction, what we see that this is the daily candle. There is a doji here on the daily, and this daily doji represents that the market, the buyers couldn't make strong movement to the upside. And at this point, as we see the price already tested the high of the daily, what I think that now the price might be coming down to test of the low of the daily doji. So there is a now probability for gold to come down to this level where there is the daily long wick doji. Now if we draw a level in that zone on gold to see how the market is moving, we can see that in that area there is this long wick candle might be testing in this zone, and then we can expect gold to move towards the upside. So if we look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see that from the 4-hour perspective the market was consolidating in that area. Okay, there is a massive movement, consolidation, and then there has been another movement. The price is consolidating in that zone. And what I think that gold, we could see that the market coming down further, especially along this zone where there is a 20 EMA, and then we might see that bullish move coming again. So this price action, if you look at, is very sideways, almost fully sideways, and what we need a retest of this level for this potential move towards the upside. This is the 4-hour. Let's jump on to the lower time frame on the 15 minutes and the 5 minutes time frame, how gold might do. Now you can see this is the 15-minute chart. It's a completely sideways market, and we need a bit more breakout in that sideways market. We did had a couple of trades. So let's see how it, now you can see in the 5 minutes it is exactly not tradable in that zone. So there could be a breakout when the market moves like that sideways. We can't do anything in this kind of market unless it breaks out. So I'll be looking at the news calendar guys to see where is heading the market. If we look at the calendar on gold, we can see that from the calendar let me see the timing and the price action, how it is doing. Now this is a, this is the timing for news to see where the market might be heading. So tonight there is a CAD news coming, and tomorrow there is a dollar news coming, and then again CAD. So dollar and CAD are very crucial to see how they might be heading, because these two dollar pair and CAD pair and dollar CAD are very, very important. That will also impact the gold as well. Now in this lower time frame, gold, you can see there isn't much movement, completely sideways. So let's look at where we can expect this breakout to happen. Now if we look at the 1 hour chart, this is 1 hour, and in this 1 hour price action, let me see what I'm expecting the price to, because it is unusual to look at that gold might be breaking this way without testing this low zone. So today's a zone that I will be looking at gold is to wait for this level to be tested, especially along this zone is very, very important. Gold to come down, okay, to test this level, and then to give us potential entry opportunity on the lower time frame. So for the time being, we can see that gold in a sideways on the lower time frame, and we might see short-term break that could give us selling opportunity once we will find that, okay, because this is the beauty of trading gold on the lower time frame, is that even the market in a sideways on the higher time frame, in the 5 minutes and 15 minutes, there is always opportunity that we will be waiting for gold to catch to give us. Guys, use the live chat, any question that you have, I'll try to cover all of them. Yadu, good morning, thank you very much. Yadu Krishna for being here. Carrie, morning. Prince, good morning sir, how are you today? I'm good, thank you very much. How are you today? Look at dollar CAD. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. So yep, so you see that the way we see gold market here in a narrow range, okay, but the probability to break down here, okay, on the 5 minutes. So to do that, initial pullback, initial liquidity grab from the top will give us opportunity to sell. If we see, you can see this is now breaking to the upside, which is needed. Okay, I want gold to go up and break to the upside, and then to give us a downside movement to this level, which is very, very important to see. If we see that movement happen, we'll look for selling opportunity on gold. And I don't think that gold will leave this imbalance without testing, and I don't think that gold will be able to break to the upside in that way. Instead, we could find after long week candle a rejection and break towards the downside. If you look at the 1 hour, we can see that how the market is forming this structure. But we can't blindly sell because locally showing uptrend, so you will see only when we will find that opportunity to trade the market. Okay, so as soon as you will find, we will be jumping on a trade. As you know that we frequently open live trades. Hopefully that we'll get again another one. So let me know in the live chat which one you are at. So won't you trade crude oil? Yeah, absolutely, we will be trading crude oil. Yeah, we do. Morning, thank you very much. Thanks God, good morning, thank you very much, good morning. Thanks for being here. Let me look at now on dollar CAD. Dollar CAD, I'll be looking at a bit more bigger picture, starting with daily. Now as you can see that I always look at daily chart when I open. There is a reason behind it. I explain. Daily chart is where I can see the clear direction in the market, and it's a very reliable, because daily chart is when that most trader who rely on daily chart, especially the swing trader, and huge volume comes from a daily chart as well. There is a reason behind it, very simple. I think you will also one day might be interested on trading on daily chart. The reason is when a trader become very good at trading, okay, have good a trading account, daily chart is a hassle free in a very, let's say 30 minutes a day, okay, before the daily candle close and after the daily candle close, analyze the chart, set the trade, and then forget it. Okay, and rest of the day simple, right? Even having a full-time job, having a part-time job, not having any job, very effective way to make an extra income. And I know that you'll agree that many of us doing a full-time job or a part-time job, having idle money that is not being invested. This is a very good way to invest and to grow the idle capital. It's a very effective way. There is a reason, and it's a easiest way. All right, only thing that one need is the risk management, because if a trader doesn't know the risk management, that means that it will be at risk. Many people who are not on trading might have a misunderstanding about trading, is that it's a risky. Okay, trading is risky when one doesn't know how to manage the risk. Okay, let's say, imagine that you have a trading account. Okay, now if you have a trading account, if you take a 1% risk, no matter what, each trade, okay, try to understand what I'm saying. If you take 1% risk in a single trade, or even 2% risk in a single trade, how many trades you need to lose in a row to wipe your trading account? Can you imagine? It's never gonna happen, right? If you take 1% risk, it's not that you lose 100 trade in a row to wipe your trading account. It's impossible, right? This is the risk management that you need to understand that. So that means that risk comes on psychology, on not understanding how to manage the risk. Okay, trying to reach overnight, that is where the risk comes in. Plus, let's say if you can control, what I would say, if you are emotionally resilient to your the trading account, and you welcome the capital coming along with trading, you create definitely an extra income without any hassle, just 30 minutes in a day. That's why daily chart is very powerful. Okay, that's what I would say, that everyone, that's why it is important that learning and focusing, learning 1 or 2 or 3 strategies, learning risk management, and then trading consistently every day, little bit of learning, and then over time one become a skill. And that's a big asset, when we, let's say, even anyone doing a full-time job, when you retire over time, okay, it give you a big freedom, right? Even you can retire early. Many people, we don't want to do a job at 65 years of old, 70 years of old. Who want to do that, right? If we need to have a long-term vision. That's why I'm telling that everyone who want to be a successful need to have a long-term vision. For example, you are at 35 or 40, anyone, okay, if we have let's say a 5 years vision, that let's say, okay, I'm at 40, I'm gonna retire at 65 or 70 year, I'm gonna retire at 45, right? That kind of vision that has to happen. And then I'll dedicate my 5 years time, energy, resources, everything to become a consistently profitable trader. Then it comes to retiring at 45. It's a big freedom, isn't it? Retiring at 45, spending time with family, going for holidays, trading half an hour a day. It's a big possibility. That's why it has to have a bigger goal, bigger dream, so that one can achieve it. Let me know how many of you on that frequency resonating to retire in the next 5 years, and then to be your own boss without doing. How many of you? Let me know in the chat, because when you say, it becomes your reality. Okay, reality comes like that. You need to first invite the reality in your life so that it gives you what you want. Okay, so dollar CAD we are looking at on the daily. You can see that from the daily I will be looking at, first of all, bigger picture, monthly. Now from the monthly perspective, dollar CAD after this previous monthly doji, okay, back to back 2 dojis from the monthly, create a lower high and higher low, this doji. Now with that doji creation, we saw that this is the monthly candle. That's once the market open has a breakdown, I think that we might see a bit more downside on dollar CAD. It could break this support the way it is moving. I think dollar CAD might be coming down further to break this low, which is very likely to happen. If we look at the weekly, we can see that this is the weekly candle. So far didn't move much. We saw that after this previous weekly strong drop this week, so far the price has gone up, tested this, now slowly coming down, and there is a probability for dollar CAD now to drop back to this support level. And I think that we might see again retest of this support. As you can see, the price is creating series of higher low and long wick candle along this zone. If we look at the daily, we can see how the market is moving. There is a daily impulse here, okay, with this strong drop. Now the price is going up for a correction. Okay, I think that is still dollar CAD is bearish along this zone. We might see that the price again, sellers coming back down again to sell this market, because if you look at this daily chart here, we can see this resistance. There is a liquidity gap here. This leg is a fake move with this daily candle with a strong rejection, and with that movement, you can see this is the resistance line here on dollar CAD. Highly likely that dollar CAD after retest we can expect another drop, and slowly even we could see further drop to create a new lower low. So from the lower time frame, we can see that USD CAD, there is a very strong drop and the consolidation here. With that consolidation, price now forming bearish structure. I think that along this zone we could see that dollar CAD is coming back down to create a new lower low. So this is where I will be waiting for dollar CAD to give me an entry opportunity along this zone. You can see the price is grabbing liquidity multiple times along this area, and from that zone we could see the dollar CAD is rejecting. So let's see how it does. We'll be looking at entry. So dollar CAD for me so far is bearish, and I think that from this zone we can expect it to come down. That's awesome. Good morning, coach. Please look at GBP AUD. Yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. Good morning, coach. Thank you very much. Good morning. NAS100, another name. Okay, no problems. Said Amir, I will be looking at that. Good morning, sir. Can you look at AUD NZD? Yeah, we'll be looking at that. So GBP JPY, AUD NZD, NASDAQ. So how many years you have been trading Forex? Curious to know. Arjun, yeah, absolutely. I'll discuss my share my experience and also tell how I did that. Yes, absolutely. This is what I need, retiring in the next couple of years. This is important, it's achievable, and this is what that without vision nothing comes in place. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. We need to know exactly, if you know exactly what you want, it will come without question. But if we don't know what you want, then we end up getting what we don't want. There is no doubt about it. It's like, as I mentioned, that mind is like a garden. If you plant flowers, then you'll see that flower coming. You need to put the seed and then it will come up. If you don't do anything, it will not be a land, it will be a weed. There will be weed in that mind that will grow, and that will take you to the direction that don't want to go. there is a reason behind it. We there is always a choice that we need to make. Okay, if we don't know exactly what we want, then the universe will give you something that will take you maybe not that you want to go. Very simple. Look, either we consciously choose or don't choose consciously. There is always something for us that we choose. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say you know what you want. Okay, let's assume that you know that, okay, I want to retire in 5 years. This is what I want. Right now, to retire in 5 years, what you need? Let's say you need, if you, as a trader, if you want to be successful and retire in 5 years, you know very well you need to be a trader, right? You need to take smaller action every day. Okay, let's say you're now watching the live session is also an action, right? It's also an action. And then you study, you take courses, it's also a very good action. You are progressing towards your goal to retire in 5 years. But let's say you you say that, okay, I want to do that, all this stuff is hard. Okay, that's fine, but you need to know exactly what you want. Let's say you don't know what you want, then what will happen? You started to choose by default. You know how by default? You don't know what you want, so what you're gonna do, let's say you go home and then you open the Netflix. Okay, you started to watch TV because you have nothing to do, you don't know what to do. You start to watch TV, and all of a sudden you saw the news has come out. Okay, and the news has come out that economy is getting down. There is a economic recession started, 3 banks shut down, and dollar is rising, and all this stuff they started to watch, and all of a sudden you trigger fear inside you. Okay, start to feel like, okay, and then you heard the next news has come that this company started to redundant. Okay, 50,000 redundancy, okay, from this company, and you feel like, okay, the company that you're working is the similar kind of company. All right, then what is my next point? That I'm gonna redundant. Okay, and then you start to feel that fear, right? And once you feel that fear, and tomorrow when you go to the job, you started to feel unconsciously a little bit of uncomfortable or insecure and fear, and the employer knows it. Okay, the employer knows who is doing what, and you start to prove yourself that, no, I'm better than other, I don't want to be redundant. And the employer will give you, yesterday you had 3 tasks, now you will be given 10 tasks because they saw your weakness, that you are afraid that you will be redundant. And then you start to feel that stress. Before you worked 8 hours, now to complete that 10 tasks you need to work 12 hours, right? 12 hours but same pay. That's how. So you see, because you don't know what you want, now you will be given the default that what you started to experience, and that's how everything happens. Okay, every dimension in our life. That's why you need to choose what you want and then go for it and believe that you can do it, and that's gonna come to you, and then you start to create your own reality. You start to dive into the world that you create for yourself. Okay, that's how everything works, and that's how I think that everyone need to have a vision, understanding how things work. Okay, so looking at now on, let me look at the US30 NASDAQ. Let me look at the NASDAQ. Okay, looking at the monthly. Okay, so from the monthly we can see the NASDAQ from the monthly perspective that previous months there is a bullish candle. Okay, strong bullish candle. Now this previous months with this bullish candle, the price has formed this long bullish engulfer with a long wick at the top and also long wick at the bottom. Now this month, once the market opened, we have seen initial movement. So as the market already moved to the upside, okay, this is the monthly candle. I think that we could see further move, but before further move we might see that the market coming down for a deeper pullback. Now if we look at the weekly, this is the weekly candle. So far not much movement. Let's see, we see already a significant move on the weekly. It might be a little bit of slower move, but still we can expect it to be bullish because still there is a room to fill. And I think that NASDAQ ultimately might go to this resistance line. If you look at the daily, you see back to back 2 days, 2 dodges, a bit more slower movement, but it's still maintaining bullish market structure. Previous day the price has broken the daily low and then immediately rejected to the upside with this long wick candle. And now from the 4 hour we can see that the price, okay, so this is where the time frame that we look at, how we can find that trading opportunity. So this is where we see that now. If we look at this movement on NASDAQ, this is the impulse. The price is consolidating, okay. In this kind of market, for me the best place to go long is when the price will come down to test this level. I think NASDAQ, you know, will come down for a deeper test here. Okay, this is the deeper test. All right, and then this is the, we need to see the market has dropped, especially to this level. And once you will see the price is rejecting from this support, then we can expect that NASDAQ to give us potential bullish opportunity. This is where I will be look for potential bullish opportunity. And also as soon as I will find that entry, I'll be opening the trade and also will be sending the same trade to students who are trading with us. So let's look at the chat. Okay, very good, thank you. And thanks very much. Nisham GJ, absolutely. Good morning, coach, can you help? Yeah, absolutely, of course, let me know what help you need. Said Amir, AUD CAD 15 minutes support. Yeah, absolutely. Euro AUD, which is the best platform for news if I trade only US30? Okay, so Sharup, the best platform for news on US30 is the Forex Factory. Basically the dollar news will impact everything. Okay, so when you see that news coming on dollar, okay, so it will impact the US30 because it's basically all about how the dollar is going up and down and other, you know, pairs. They're correlated. Okay, so if you look at the US30, you will see it's not a, it's you can see Dow Jones. So they are related to USD. You'll see they normally have, when there is NFP or any kind of dollar news coming, you see that directly impact that. So this is where I focus on for the news on for everything. Yeah, absolutely. I had planned 15 years back about the plan of retirement, but still I couldn't achieve it. But I think this is the right place to achieve the dream. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, though I think so. You know, you can do it. Okay, you can do it. Just having a plan and dream and keep it alive. UDK is on support zone from long term 15 minutes and give you advice. Okay, we'll be looking at that. Gold maybe making head and shoulders. We'll be looking at that, which I want to learn what are the charges. Okay, Rushikesh, you can visit the website, mentorship website. I'll give you, there's a link at the top of the chat. So once you click that, you know, you can go to the mentorship. Okay, visit the website and then click join now button, and then you'll be able to access everything. I'm wondering why the success is so delayed. Yeah, will be discuss that. Coach, yesterday you told that you will make currency. Yeah, we'll be looking at that during the weekend. I will be releasing currency correlation, and also this weekend I will be releasing a very important lesson on smart money trading, because as you know, the market is moved by smart money, very no doubt about it. And if you don't know the smart money, then I would say that stick to the channel. This weekend I'm gonna release a very important lesson on how to trade like the smart money, especially to understand when the smart money is buying or selling in the market. So if you really want to access that on YouTube, I will be releasing. Make sure you give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. So I'm gonna pause for 2 seconds, maybe you forgot that, so do that. Well done. I'll be releasing and you can do that. You can watch that. Make sure you press that bell button. Stay tuned during the London and New York session time over the weekend, and you'll see that how smart money is trading. I'll show you with real chart, real examples, real trade with proof. Yep, I'll be looking at that Aussie yen legend AUD CAD 15 minutes. Yeah, absolutely, I'll be looking at that. So let's look at AUD CAD. Okay, so 15 minutes AUD CAD. Okay, so from the 15 minutes, what I see that this is a bullish market forming a bullish price action. I will be looking at, first of all, daily AUD CAD is bullish. There is a daily middleman, and AUD, you can see that this is a market that is having a bullish price action. This is a bullish market today. As you have seen earlier today, AUD news been released, and we could see that AUD CAD 15 minutes breaking this resistance line. And how do I know that? How do I know means how do I understand which way the market might be heading? Not always, you can't predict always 100% accuracy, but high probability AUD CAD, you can see that, okay, series of higher low. See, this is the symptom of breakout. Okay, how do you know which way the market will be breaking out? This is another key points to note down. Very important, because when you understand when the market is breaking out, you know that when to ride the trend for a bigger profit target. Okay, now if you look at AUD CAD, this is the, you can see there's a resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance. Okay, smooth resistance the price is respecting. Whenever the price is coming here, bounce back to that level, has gone to the same level, bounce back to that level, has gone to the same level, bounce back to the level. Now how do you know that? Okay, why is very important. As a trader, always we have to be curious. Why I'm thinking that to break this side rather than this side. Okay, simple. Firstly, see the impulse, okay, to the upside. Secondly, whenever the price is hitting that resistance, coming down and creating a series of higher low, what does that mean? Is that when it comes to the buyer's turn, they move, they're able to, it's like a sports. Trading is what I consider like a sports rather than a business. Okay, this is how, imagination is key. You need to also imagine in your mind how these things work. Now if you look at this AUD CAD resistance line, what you see that resistance, the price has come down again, has come to the same level. So whenever the price is hitting that resistance line, okay, is bouncing back, but when it comes to the buyer's turn, they are able to take the price to the same level every time. But when it comes to the seller turn, they are dropping in number. You see that this is the key points here. They are reducing in number. So when they are reducing in number means that they're creating series of higher low, putting pressure on the resistance and likely to break to the upside. So it's not only the end of the story. We need to see candle close above, retest, and then entry. Okay, so this is how AUD CAD to me looks to me that bullish. Okay, looking at GBP JPY. In the meantime, if you want to trade with us and also learn our strategies, don't hesitate to join us. There is a link in the description, and also there is a link at the top of the chat. If you join us, you will be receiving all the trade that we are trading and also learning our strategies, and also be part of the trading community, so you can access all of that if you are our member. So link in the description. Don't hesitate to ask any question. There is a live chat agent available if you have any question in your mind. So let me look at GJ. Looking at the daily, first of all, from the daily on GBP JPY. Okay, so there is a daily doji, all right, last day, and that's a bearish candle on GBP JPY. You can see that, and I think that GJ, because it's formed a kind of head and shoulder, okay, and highly likely that GBP JPY will come down, right, to test this daily 20 EMA, which is very likely to happen, and grab liquidity. All right, it might even break this low. So GBP JPY currently locally bearish. Globally it's a bull market. We might see deeper drop, and you can see there is a support here. The price failed to create a new higher high. We might see GJ either testing this 20 EMA or breaking down further, and then we might see again bullish move. So locally we see that GBP JPY is bearish. Now from the 4-hour time frame, we can see that there is a head and shoulder has formed on GBP JPY on the 4-hour. Okay, price slowly coming down, and for me, this is the 4-hour. We see this smooth breakdown. I'll be waiting for a liquidity grab, because when you see this kind of support, all right, to break this, it needs a momentum. Okay, and that momentum comes from a liquidity grab. If you are not sure liquidity grab, let me know, we'll discuss further. What I think that GJ might be moving to the upside. Okay, at least one candle I need crossing the previous ones, and then giving us an entry for potential selling on GBP JPY. So yeah, this is what I'll be waiting for, the price to give us suitable entry on GJ. All right guys, okay, so okay, thank you very much. Check GBP AUD. Yeah, absolutely, more stories on trading psychology. It's a very good point. Understanding trading psychology will really help a trader to gain a very greater control or greater understanding of one's trading psychology, because there are many kinds of trading. Okay, you can be a scalper, you can be a day trader, you can be a swing trader. All right, depends on, in fact, everyone's personality type, and that's why ancient philosophers said that know thyself. So once you know yourself, once you know who you are, what's your personality type, are you very fast, okay, or you are slow? If you are fast, go for scalping. If you are slow, go for swing trading. The money is same, right? It's all about understanding and gaining that skill. So it is important that one must know. Let's assume that if you bring a sprinter and tell him to go for a marathon, definitely he will, in the first 5 minutes maybe he will cross everyone, but ultimately he cannot move that far, definitely. Similarly, if you bring a marathon runner to tell him to give a sprinter, then probably in the first 5 minutes he's out. Similarly, as a trader, how do you which one? Let me know in the chat also. I want to know what kind of trader you are, in fact. Okay, and let me know why you choose to be that kind of trader, because you need to know also a reason behind it. What kind of trader you are, why did you choose to be this kind of trader? Let me know in the chat also, you want to know. So GJ, as I mentioned, it is forming bearish price action. Any kind of liquidity grab at the top will give us a trend, entry opportunity on this one. Okay, so gold update, please. Absolutely, we'll be going back to gold. Okay, so we see that gold from the daily, we see that, as I mentioned, daily, after breaking this daily high, the price now jumping back down. I think gold might, highly likely we'll see now downside. Okay, and there is an imbalance here. Highly likely gold will come down to fill that imbalance towards the downside. All right, so if we look at the 5 minutes, there's a, as I mentioned earlier, with this long wick candle, gold, with this long wick candle, you can see the price again form that bearish price action. Okay, let me see, it is trying to break. Yeah, we see that there's a gap opening. So 4-hour candle closed, and the price, yeah, so there is a probability, as I mentioned, there is a probability for downside on gold. 5 minutes bearish candle, 15 minutes. So you see that, the way I see the price action, very highly likely we'll see downside. This is the 15-minute chart. There's a doji. I would be really happy to see the market has tested this zone here. It's 20 EMA. There is the prices, after I mentioned, created a series of lower high and then has dropped back. So we need to see that there's a breakdown. We want to see that retest. This is a very long consolidation. Okay, I want to see that a strong breakdown, and then on the retest we will be looking for selling. Okay, so when there is a breakdown, it's always to wait for that to happen. Okay, once, because this is a, if you look at this 4-hour candle, if we see the market has broken down, definitely it will go up again to retest this level, and then we can look for an entry opportunity in that case. Okay, so gold, we see that potentially downside, Now from the 5 minutes we see this breakdown from this structure. This is a long consolidation, so the stronger the consolidation, we should be able to see stronger the breakdown. As I mentioned earlier, that you can see there is a gap opening. I want to see the price has tested this neckline as a resistance, then we can look for potential selling opportunity. Okay, there's a gap opening. Okay, any kind of retest of this support as a resistance, you look for potential selling opportunity on gold. There is a, so this drop, ultimately you could see gold is coming back to this support level. Okay, could see that. So any kind of retest will give us an entry opportunity as it has broken this support. Okay, we will be waiting for a test as a resistance, then we can look for selling opportunity on gold. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we saw that multiple times the price, you can see this is the symptom of breakout. Okay, that's creating series of lower high consolidation, and this is a smart money area. Now this weekend I will be releasing a very important lesson on how to understand the smart money area, so that you guys know where smart money is buying and selling, and the market moves only when the smart money so we can see that movement coming. All right, yeah, so you could see that the drop, but I want to see that retest, because without proper retest, okay, without proper retest of this previous support here, okay, support here as a resistance, it's not a good idea to sell, but there is a high probability that gold will now come down. All right guys, so let's see how it does. Gold entry, GBP AUD, absolutely spare to trade once a day. Give me time, freedom and time. Yeah, absolutely, Madhuki. I think that's a very good approach. You know, staying in discipline and then trading. Good morning, coach. I'm a day trader. I prefer scalping. Just question regarding the dodgy strategy. Okay, so you see that break coming. So if you look at, so that drop is very you know, we could see that it's coming down to the support. So yeah, day trader, Very good question, the trader, regarding dodgy strategy. When dodgy strategy, I would prefer a little bit of higher time frame, okay, because 4 hour is best, or daily, because lower time frame may not have that much of volume. So I would prefer a bit more lower time frame. Okay, let's look at. So we saw that break happen. Now we'll be waiting for retest, and then we can look for potential entry on gold once you will find that. Okay, in the meantime, if you are looking for regulated broker to join, our recommended broker is EverTrade. So there is a link in the description area for EverTrade. You can click the link, register for free, and also there is a link given in the live chat. You can see that. Click the link, register for free, and then start trading with a regulated broker. They are regulated, no commission broker, so your capital will be in the safe hand. You can start trading with any amount, and easily you can withdraw and deposit any amount. So let's see now on gold. You can see the price has completely breakdown from this support level. We'll be waiting for a bit more pullback and retest, and then we'll look for entry for this downside. Now if we look at daily again on gold, as in the beginning of this session, as I mentioned, that gold looks to me that downside. Let me see where we see that move. Yeah, so this is the long wick candle on daily, and if we see around 50% of this daily long wick candle, I would say that gold highly likely will revisit that zone or even lower than this. Okay, we might see even coming to the daily support, breaking that low, and then might be we'll see again bullish move coming. So from the 4 hour we see that zone. Now the price has just crossed this 20 EMA. This is 3.5 hours remaining for this 4 hour candle. Okay, now this is how I trade. During the lifetime of this candle, definitely will see a revert back. Okay, and this is where we will be entering for sell, because when it will revert back up is basically will test this support as a resistance, and this is where we will be entering for potential selling opportunity on gold. Okay, now from the 5 minutes we can see that the market is forming that bearish structure. It is crucially important to be patient for the price to go ahead and test this, and then we'll look for entry along this zone. If we see that, let's say, consolidation on the 5 minutes, again created, grab liquidity from the top, also we can look for selling opportunity on gold, and I think we can expect it to come back to 1954-55 level, which is from the lower time frame is a quite a good movement, and even we could see further drop. Okay, so once you will find an entry, we'll be jumping on a trade. Let's see how it does. Okay, all right guys, let me see the 15 minutes. Still we see that bearish price action. You can see this is a full body red candle on 15 minutes. This is an identical price action. When you see this kind of gap opening, you'll see that kind of drop happens all the time. So there's a way to understand. When you look at the live chart, it becomes much easier. This kind of gap opening will signaling potential break, but I want to see the pullback. Okay, I could enter here, but you can see it didn't test this support as a resistance. We'll see that pullback coming, and once you'll see that pullback is done, then we can look for an entry for potential selling. Okay guys, okay, in the meantime, make sure you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. This is the smart money zone. This is what I wait. As a trader, I always look for the smart money zone where to buy and sell. Now if you don't know about the smart money, that's why this weekend also I'll be releasing a complete lesson on understanding where the smart money are buying and selling in the market. Because when you look at the bunch of candlestick, you actually don't see anything else, just candlestick. But there is a way to understand where the smart money is trading. Okay, this is the smartest way to trade, because this market, you see, whole time it was consolidating. Retail trader is losing money here. Okay, the smart money started to trade from a zone where the market started to move, and this is where, you know, to be a profitable trader, one must know when the smart money placing the order in the market, so that you can take the breakout or the trend in the direction of the market. This is what we did in the past. As you have seen, our live trades were quite, you know, significant, is because of we trade based on the smart money. So let me see that 15 minutes price action. Let's see how it, you can see it's now coming down. Okay, so see, this is the weekly price action on gold. Higher time frame looking at will really give a clear idea. So from the weekly, previous week there is a doji. This week so far the price has gone to the half of this long week. Now it's rejecting. With that rejection, I think that the price might come back to the weekly opening and closing, which is the support level. And if we look at the 4 hour, we see that how the price is reacting in that zone. And from 15 minutes, again going back to 5 minutes. Okay, so we see that. Okay, now I want to see that move coming to the upside. Okay guys, once you see that move coming upside, we will be looking for entry, especially if the price come to that zone, test this level, we'll look for potential entry opportunity. All right. So looking at euro dollar, in the meantime, we saw that the euro dollar previous session has formed a bearish candle, okay, and then the price immediately rejected. Okay, if we look at the daily, we can see that previous day euro dollar has formed a middleman with a liquidity at the top and also liquidity at the bottom, and euro dollar highly likely that we could see the market is dropping towards the downside on euro dollar. Okay, so we see that 4-hour price action is highly bearish, and we could see the market is dropping down to create a new lower low. Okay, we see the highly bearish couple of sessions, the market has grabbed liquidity and the price now slowly dropping down. So euro dollar is bearish. Any kind of pullback to the upside, especially if we see that, you see there is a weakless candle here. Okay, if the euro dollar managed to go up to break this weakless candle to the upside, for which is likely to happen, we might see again, you know, revert back to this 20 EMA zone. In that zone, I'll be straight selling euro dollar from this level when I'll see the, you know, stop loss above this high with a tight stop loss with a couple of, you know, times risk to reward ratio. I'll be looking for selling on that zone. Okay, so we see that with that movement on gold, euro dollar and gold all are to the downside. Okay, let's see AUD USD. Also we see that downside. We look at the daily. Okay, AUD USD from the daily has, you can see it has broken this swing high, this resistance line, and then after creating an overextended coming down, now we might see that AUD USD from the weekly, if you look at this weekly doji, the price has tested this imbalance and now the price is rejecting. We could see AUD USD now dropping down further. From the monthly, we can see AUD USD has reached a milestone, almost crossed this zone, half of this monthly candle. Now we might see that again coming for a deeper down. Right, 4 hour, still 4 hour trend is up, right? But if we see the price has given a significant, you know, reversal here, then only we'll look for selling on AUD USD. Okay, so let me know the chat which one. Okay guys, gold and gold, yeah, gold I will be waiting for, as I mentioned, I will be waiting for a pullback to the upside, which is very likely to happen before the 4 hour candle close. There is a massive drop from this zone, and with that drop we need to see the price tested this zone, has gone up, tested this level, and then we can look for potential selling on gold. Okay, and with that move we could see again gold is coming down to test this, even to this support level. There is quite a few times the price grab liquidity, creating series of lower high, which is in fact a very strong bearish price action along this support area. The price has broken that, we'll be waiting for retest, and then we look for selling on gold. Okay, which is forming now bearish price action, trending as the smart money is you know, selling, the market will be trending. This is how, when the smart money sells, the market trend. When smart money buys, the market trends. This is where the smart money is trading. Okay, so we should dollar CAD, right? We'll be looking at that. Dollar CAD has a bounce. If I look at the weekly, if you look at the monthly and daily, okay, so from lower time frame we can see the dollar CAD having a bounce. Okay, dollar getting a bit more stronger again along with this, so we could see that dollar CAD might be testing this resistance line here. Okay, we saw this consolidation on dollar CAD. For me, you know, this is now a bit more, it might even reverse depending on how the price action is forming, but it's still maintaining a bearish price action. As dollar getting stronger, it might even come back to this 20 EMA on the daily, or come to this resistance, and then we could see that drop coming again on dollar CAD. Okay, so it depends on how they are doing. Okay, so dollar CAD from the lower time frame, from 1 hour it is showing bullish. I think that we might see some kind of reversal or a sideways on dollar CAD. With the strengthening of dollar, we might see that, because you can see it couldn't create a new lower low. Okay, so what do you see that on dollar CAD is, yeah, so we might see some, you know, to the upside again locally. Might go back to the 20 EMA, or it could go back to test this daily resistance line on dollar CAD. If the price come back to that zone, to this resistance line, and then give us an entry, we will look for selling on dollar CAD, okay, depending on how the price action is doing. Okay, it depends. We need to see the price action. If you look at the weekly, we can see the price on the weekly opening and closing. Okay, so let's say if it has gone up to test the daily 20 EMA or to this resistance line, giving another rejection, then we might see that drop, or we could see dollar CAD, let's say, you know, along this channel going up to this level and then coming back and dropping like that, especially the price when face an important level, that the price does that way. So you might see dollar CAD is trading in that narrow range. So if you look at the 4 hour, we will see that how, okay, going to the resistance, coming to the support, and that could be the way the dollar CAD might be moving. And that we might see that, let's say, going to the resistance, coming to the support like that, right, and then coming to that zone and break down, right? So that could be the way. So that's why we need to see that how the price is reacting to the resistance, then we can look for an entry. So let me look at gold, guys, again. Let's see, gold has, you know, a significant drop from that level. With this gap opening, we saw that movement happen. So, you know, it has come to the daily 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 half week of the long week on the daily perspective, and we can expect gold to drop further. I think it will drop further. Yeah, so guys, as you see that this breakdown, I want to see gold testing this level, and then we'll jump on a trade. I will still keep watching for an entry. Once I will find an entry, I will be looking for entry, and also I'll be sending the same trade to the students who are trading with us in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. You also can be part of that. There's a link in the description, and also there's a link at the top of the chat. If you want to trade all of them with us, as you have seen, we had quite a few trades already in the past, and I'm expecting to have more in the upcoming session. And also I'll be coming on live again, so make sure you stay tuned by subscribing and pressing the bell button. And let's see, once I will find an entry, I will be looking to enter the trade. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you again very soon in my next live. And until that, stay happy, stay well, and make sure you manage your risk when you open a position. Any question, don't hesitate to ask me anytime, using the comment section or using the live chat on the website. See you